connect here.
311 Parkway, get something done with that, get it.
Is that the one with the hole in the roof?
One of
It's showing live now.
The one on Parkway that has a hole in the roof.
Yeah, and then the one house leaning on the other house.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to take care of that too. And then the home on Jones and Third Street that went to tax sale.
Yep.
We've gotten the paperwork. They've applied for the deed. They're waiting for the deed, and when they get in here, or when they get that, they're gonna be in here to either take it completely out or fix it. I don't know how they're gonna fix that.
They need to provide us a plan within how long of
So I
them receiving that deed.
Yes,
Okay, there can't be a floor.
there can be. Yeah. So I don't know.
So have they even looked at that house?
I don't know, but he did call. I called, left a message. He called back twice. They are very aware. And like I said, we did get the paperwork that they did apply for the deed for the home, and they're going to be in here. But
It's not bad property, really. I mean,
Oh, it's not.
Needs to hold out of there, that's all.
yeah, it needs. It's
It's gonna be bad.
What properties are we still looking at for the demolition? We'll get the two.
The Parkway house.
Parkway and house. And then-
house. Probably gonna end up being 140 Church Street. That house on the corner. Still nothing from them.
Okay.
When it's in foreclosure next to the cat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that needs to come down.
That house.
Right
Yeah,
at the
that-
corner,
Right there.
I drove
right
up to sewer.
Yep, right there. That house is bad too. And then a couple, just stuff over sidewalk, get with homeowners, some branches down there on Foot Street.
Okay.
Getting that squared away, sending out letters.
So if the Blue House had gotten a letter on unsafe, but then they put the roof on, so then that makes them not unsafe anymore? And then
Well, they tore off that front porch, which
so
was
then that
very,
was the
that was-
unsafe part of it.
that was the major.
I didn't know if you could go back and do the second step after that, but, because they already,
There's
the
still
bump, if they put
door.
a
I
roof
mean,
and they
it's-
tore the
I still
porch
got
up,
it
then I
boarded
guess
up.
the.
Yeah.
If you get boarded back up.
If they did what the remedial action that was required of, yes.
Then it's okay.
So, but I got a call in to the contractor that was here July 4th, 5th,
Mhm.
or 3rd. And still waiting on contact from him.
Okay, so you just talked to, or you just made a mess?
I left it, yes, I left messages with
Last
him,
week.
trying to get some kind of something.
Really, it still is pretty unsafe when you look at the yard and the holes.
Oh, it is. I mean, they have kept it better. They kept it mowed
But
better,
it's,
but
it's still got like
No
holes in the structure and it's dangerous.
yes.
I really had high hopes for that house. Too.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna come
They
around.
quickly put that roof on and,
Yeah, they spent a lot of money to put the roof on, it just
Yeah.
didn't
I had-
stop.
I know.
I had heard that he had tried to get local contractors and he couldn't find local contractors to do it reasonably. So he was gonna send his contractors back. And I thought there was a time frame for that, but I've not heard what that time frame is.
They said 6 months is what, he is out of Kentucky,
Okay.
so they are right at their 6-month mark.
Okay.
So
Yeah, since they did the roof.
yeah, they did that July 4th weekend.
All right, well, just keep us up on all that stuff, and there are a couple other properties I would like to see added to this, and we'll talk about that offline. But there are some other properties around town that still need to be started. Once maybe we can move some of these off and move some units on.
Definitely.
All right. The feral cat issue. We've, Gary and I went over and spoke to the vet at the Animal Care Alliance, yeah. So Gary, you wanna fill people in on what we've done so far?
Well, she was very nice. They have a traffic new release program. They're willing to come here. The cost is fairly reasonable. She said that if we decide to do this, that she would recommend that we try to get the cats in a location that would be maybe not on the street. And Mike and I had talked about maybe the area in back of these properties on Church Street, back by the railroad track.
That was a city park at one
Yeah,
time.
that-
right behind
that's
those houses.
town-owned
I don't know who
land.
owns that land at this point in time.
And if we could encourage the man who's feeding them to actually feed them back there, and we investigate the possibilities of getting some shelters back there that maybe that they would be more attracted to go back there. If he would feed them back there, when they do the trapped into release, that they could gather there and it would be easier for them to do the program if they were more or less trained to go back there, if he would be agreeable to, if he's going to feed them back there and not on his porch or on the street. Mike and I want to make contact with him and we want to talk to him about the program. He's in favor of it because they're able to do it cheaper than what he was having it done. So we want to talk to him and see if this would kind of be agreeable to him, if he's going to do this. There are some devices that the vet recommended that we talked about and I looked up today. They are solar repellent for cats that we maybe could offer to some of the residents along there that the fund would pay for. That is a high-pitched sound that would keep cats out of their yard. So they're not terribly expensive. I found online a 4-pack for $59.99. She recommended that. I was going to talk to Mike about that, but I just wanted to know what our parameters were in doing this before we actually made contact with the gentleman or did any of these things to see what you felt about it. Our fund right now, unofficially, is up to $2,585 with more promises of more money when, we actually take action. I'd like to see the program move forward. I mean, I think that for the sake of the animals and the people. So I guess I just need some guidance on what you all think and what we're allowed to do or should do for this program.
Well, is this a town program, or are we just setting up a fund to support someone else's running a program?
I took it that maybe Gary was thinking of the town
The
program.
town,
And you do have the legal ability to do that if you choose to.
Well, a
What
couple
about
things.
liabilities?
I've had a couple people call and said to make sure that it's not just the Church Street, that there's cats everywhere that
Sure.
need to be. And then I also had somebody ask if there's a program for this to get them spayed and neutered. Is there a program to euthanize them?
there is part of this program that they evaluate the animals, and unfortunately, some of them they would deem that would not be healthy, and they would do a humane euthanizing of them. And I'm fearful that there are a lot of the cats that are here in the colonies are not healthy. And of course, that's going to spread. So that's kind of their judgment that they would do that. As I understand, we would just engage them for a certain day to come, and they would start the program with the cats that they can, and then do the evaluations. And there's still more that we need to know about the program. But Mike, is there anything else that you picked up on what she said that I'm leaving out?
I can't think of anything other than she was very hopeful if we put those shelters out there that would gather the cats then in a different location. At least that would get them in that colony away from those people's homes. So yeah, I mean, we're relying on their expertise to, how we're going to address these issues. But I think she has a pretty good grasp on how to handle these things.
Yeah.
And they're really going to do all the work. All we have to do is pick up the phone and call them. But of course, we have to
We got to
make
do
this an
some
official.
prep work first.
Yeah.
And I asked about the shelters. They're currently running low on the shelters there, but I sent an email that they'd be getting some more, or we can purchase them. They're not that expensive.
Did you talk to their vet, Stacy, or did you talk to
Stacy.
the executive director, Joyce Lefkin?
I talked to
Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah.
She's the one that met with us.
So I guess the first thing to do is we need a motion to accept the donations.
Yeah, I mean, we established the fund, and so now
Yes.
we'll be accepting the donation.
Yeah. And do we want to do it in the amount that's here? Because
I
that's,
think Sherry said
Well-
we need to do it in the
Per
The other-
person,
here.
yeah.
Yeah,
we're accepting
what we
the
have,
donation.
yeah.
what we
And
got.
then, and then
Okay.
the next month.
The next
ones
month,
that
we'll-
get receipted.
Because I've got the list here of everyone who's
Okay.
to date.
So do we have to do a separate motion?
No.
for-
No,
we just make a motion to
but you have to
accept
name them,
the
so
donations.
I'll make a
Say,
motion,
do
we
you name
accept
them?
the
you name
donation.
them, yeah.
Do name them, okay.
Make the motion first.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we accept the donation of $2,470.
But the motion has, you're approving a donation
Yes.
from, blah, 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 blah,
Well,
blah.
that's what I
blah.
was just saying, then we
So you
have
wanna-
names
you
or
wanna
we do it
make-
before?
yes.
No,
You wanna make that
first.
motion,
First,
Gary, you
yeah.
have the names
Do
there.
we wanna list the names
Yeah,
then?
Yes,
that's
yeah.
who you're accepting the donations from.
Okay, so let me just do a little,
So here's the names of the people that we already have that equal the 2470
Oh, okay.
that I have.
all right, well, that's good. 'Cause I'd have to do some math here.
Okay. I make a motion, we, huh?
You don't know their names, do you? Gary, it's Gary,
Yeah, Gary, from Gary Cole,
$1,000.
$1,000.
Marilyn Lyons,
Marilyn Lyons for $500. Jim McLean for $200. I didn't read that.
I don't know. Oh,
Philip.
Philip
Longholz.
Longholz.
Philip Longhouse for $500.
Then, I don't know these people.
Jim and Sherry Bucell for $20.
Jim and Cheryl Bruchelle for $20, and Mike Emick for $250.
Which equals the 2470.
So
Okay.
the motion is to accept from those,
People
Individuals.
donation.
Yes.
do I have a second?
Oh, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to accept those donations. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No. So that's all good. Motion is carried.
So when is the program going to start and who's going to implement it?
Yeah, that's your next step as far as how do you want to go about it. You want to just retain Animal Care Alliance's services and get a quote from them as far as with services that for X amount, they will do A, B, C, and D, whatever you want them to do. That would probably be the easiest way to go about doing it.
I just had a question about, so let's say I'm a pet owner and one of my pets gets loose and they unfortunately take care of one of the pets that I didn't want to have happen. Are there liability issues for the town? I mean,
I mean, there's always that potential, but at least by you hiring out the services, you've
best
transferred
effort.
some of the risk
Best
to them.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's kind of a substructure of having an animal control officer, that you always have some of that risk. It's not quite as vital as a dog, but if people are letting their cat run loose and it's been taken on that, they've kind of assumed that risk too. So,
If their cat is loose and it's
Yeah.
intermingling with a cat colony.
yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Which pet
Just
owner?
offer them one that looks just like this.
Yeah.
Got one.
Okay.
So should we try to get an amount then from Animal Care Alliance?
Yes,
Because I
you
think
want-
when they come, there's gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna be able to determine.
I think there probably will be some kind of a base cost, but then it's a per animal.
Yeah,
So
per animal.
it would depend on if they caught 10 cats or if they caught 4 cats, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, I just think we need to have something from them as far as a projected cost for their anticipated service, even if it's per cat or per day or whatever.
Yeah, and get something in writing, and if we can then
That we can, so get something in writing from Animal Care
Yeah.
Alliance.
get some quotes on these
Yeah,
structures.
yeah, on the structures. So is that something that we should just bring to the next meeting then, all the facts and figures?
That's what I
and
would
then
do.
we'll, okay,
Then implement it.
implement that at that time.
Right, so at least we've established the fund, and we've accepted the donations, and
Okay,
maybe have some more donations to accept by the next meeting.
then we can go back over and talk to her about specifics.
Yes. And I'd like to talk to the folks that live down there about those solar sound emitters.
Yeah.
It'll keep the cats away, because I'd like to talk to people who live there before we would.
Yeah,
invest
yeah, I
in
do
that
too.
individually. Not just the fellow who's feeding them, but the other folks who have been at the meetings.
Yeah, I would too, and then maybe,
I'm sure if it bothers cats, it probably bothers dogs too. I don't know if they have pets or.
well, I think we need to talk to them and also the other gentleman.
Right.
Plus the cats go somewhere else.
Yeah.
In another part of town.
Yeah, it's just gonna, hopefully they'll stay back. It won't bother them back there if we put the shelters back there along the railroad bank. But another thing we need to find out is for sure, do we still own that land back along that railroad bank if we're gonna put shelters back there? So there are a few things loose ends we have to tie up here.
We'll be able to find that out on Beacon.
Yeah, and I know that was a playground or a park back there. behind those homes years ago. There's an old basketball court back there and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and there was still monkey bars there when I was a little kid. It's not. Okay, well, we've got that done. Next up, is the land bank issue.
Right. He wanted Bob and I to come up to look at our books to see if we could come up with any funds, and this is what I came up with, was 2,500 from edit and 2,500 from water.
You actually voted last time to approve a $5,000, provided funds are available, and Sherry and I determined the funds are available from those two funds.
So I just wanted you guys to know that.
And while on that, Jim McLean and I took part in a kind of a lengthy Zoom meeting with all of the parties, and we did this kind of in hopes. Your donation was in hopes of Cambridge City getting a seat at the table where you have. This meeting was to kind of structure the land bank board. Right now, the board's anticipated to have 7 members initially, with the county commissioners appointing 1, EDC appointing 1, Wayne County Council appointing 1, Mayor of Richmond 1, Richmond Common Council 1, Cambridge City Council appointing 1, and then the land bank board itself having 1 internal appointment. So you are on the ground floor of this, and hopefully that will help as this structure is all created. So.
Nice. Okay.
All right. But there's no further.
No, because they have not.
Action need to be taken.
No,
at
the
this time
state
from the board.
representative, not state representative, but representative from the state and the county attorney are putting together more detailed minutes and basically establishing the land bank corporation.
Catch removed.
All right, so we don't have any further action on that tonight.
No.
No action.
Where that was.
We need an update on 131 West Main and structural issue there, if there's any update. I know they're working down there.
He's
Let's go.
been back up this
The wall
week.
opening tomorrow. The
Yes.
wall is done. The weight is off the front end of the building.
Okay.
They secured that header board there. Cut the, there was wire hanging down there. Wasn't
Connected the legs together.
Well, no, maybe. But there was a old wire that wasn't connected to anything. Had to take that down, so he can open. And his contractor's still there to fix the front end of the building.
Are they gonna provide us with some documentation for, because, I mean, do we need anything from them showing that the engineering?
There needs to hit a stable down safe.
Yes, we need to get something from them that says that, is what I'm getting at, I guess. Yeah, I would just question. see if they
Before he
have-
opens, he's reopening
That
tomorrow.
would be from an inspection, right? That would,
There would have to be an engineering inspection to make sure it was safe, or otherwise we wouldn't have been able to say he had to fix it, so. Yeah, I'd like to see something.
That was initially what we asked for Brady getting.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'll talk to him tomorrow
okay.
and all that.
Yeah, I'm not saying we should.
Everything's tied back
He
in.
can still open, yeah.
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
planning
but we
this,
do
yeah.
need to have something
Okay.
in case something happened and we didn't have anything. All right, sounds good. Thank you. All right, we're gonna follow up on a letter to the tenant for people living in a tent on Shawnee.
Yeah, that's on me. If I was given, I couldn't find the name and address of the people who were really sending this mail, which is gonna be difficult, certified mail to the tent. But
Right,
I do need some help on
okay.
getting that letter out, if somebody can
I
get
can
that.
send that to you.
If you'll send it
I
to
sure will.
You got the address?
Yeah, yeah. Between
One
this alley and.
me. We may have to personally deliver them, Marshall.
Okay, so that's
Can you
moving
knock on the
forward.
tent? Okay,
Are they still in it?
As far as I know.
The tent's still there. I don't know if they're in there. The tent's still
oh,
there.
surely not.
They stayed in last
They
winter.
did it last year.
Yeah,
Does they have a heater in it or?
no.
They have no electricity out there, is what they told us.
That's what they told us.
I don't know how they
I
did
don't know
it.
how they do it.
That's terrible.
That's interesting. Okay,
Okay.
do that one. Update on Beals Moore survey of the cemetery land for the new lots. We
I
spoke
know
about
you've
briefly.
been- I know you've been
Yeah,
working hard on
Nothing's
that.
come back.
Do they just keep ghosting? I mean, I know it.
Yeah, I called 3 times, talked to the secretary, she gives it to, I'm trying to remember his name.
Gordon.
Yeah,
And his name Bob?
Gordon Moore, who's also the county surveyor.
So, and
And he's the only surveyor in this entire eastern Indiana. It is,
Does it take?
it's a long time to get any survey done.
So just keep putting it on the,
Yeah, just keep
okay, we'll just keep,
spinning, or be the squeaky wheel.
I can do that.
And just,
we'll do
yeah,
that.
I can do that.
just keep going, hey, we're here. Don't forget about it. Okay, ordinance to change the opening closing fees for Saturday and Sunday and holiday burials out.
You all have that copy in front of you?
Ordinance 8-2025, you'll recall, you wanted that changed so that the Saturday funerals went from 200 to 350, Sunday and holiday went from 300 to 450. Therefore, this ordinance will do that, showing that what is changed is underlined in bold type. That's what is shown underlined in there.
All right, well, we have ordinance number 8-2025 to increase the cost for opening graves on Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. So I'll take a motion to approve that ordinance.
So move.
Second. Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion's carried, it's approved.
So if you guys will sign,
You have one.
We have one for us to sign.
sign this one, or do you want them to sign one?
Hang on to this one.
Or I can just,
This will just make me.
And then next up is ordinance number 9-2025. I think,
no,
that's not the next one. No,
Dublin,
next
no.
up is the agreement with, the interlocal agreement with Dublin.
Yeah.
For police protection.
and you guys all have a copy of that as well.
They were okay with what we talked about, and everything you said.
You did talk to them about that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So then they can pass this tomorrow night?
They should be able to, yes.
Okay. And you know, it's going up from its current $15,000 to the 16,500, 17,325, and then 18,190.
I signed it above you.
I was 3%, right?
It's 10%.
10%, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So since Jim's not here, can Mike sign, since Jim isn't here? Can we just add Vice to that?
Yes, Vice.
Okay. Okay, there you go, Gary. There's that. Thank you. Okay, so did you get a motion on this then?
You need a motion.
Motion?
Oh, yeah. I need a motion to approve the interlocal agreement regarding police protection for the town of Dublin.
So move.
Second. Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. So.
Motion is approved.
Two of those.
Paper,
So
okay.
that,
Yeah.
Okay,
Two.
yeah.
So
Just sign
each-
two.
You sign two.
Okay, so, somebody else will have to like one of the copies I just have.
Here, maybe use mine.
I got one.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll give them both. Sorry.
Got it.
Since I can take both. meetings.
Awesome, okay, thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Moving on from unfinished business to new business. Need a motion to approve Mike Kleinpeter's pay application, processing SRF documents through 2026.
This will go with, what Adam is working on, the hydrants. And so then Klein Peter this will all come out of SRF funds,
Yeah,
so
so water
I
stuff.
just need a motion for, him to be able to do it.
I'll accept that motion.
So move.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
All right, good. The next one, now we're up to the other
Give
one I
this
was
to
looking
Bob,
at.
please. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we got some new,
Oh, yeah.
it's new business here on the ordinance to allow liquor permits, which is just something we're going back and correcting some.
Well, it's not correct. I can
Yeah.
describe that. Indiana has a law that says in towns under 5,000, as a general rule, no one can get a liquor retailer permit. Retailer permit versus a dealer permit. Dealer permit is your packaged liquor store for carryout type purposes. Retailer permit is someone who serves on premises, your restaurants, your bars, or anything else. So the general rule is that any towns under 5,000, no one can get a permit to have a retailer permit in that town. However, if the legislative body of those small towns want to enable someone to get a permit to do that, they can. Well, surely and it's nothing that's ever in your code book, if it's just an ordinance that would have been passed. Well, surely, you look at Grill 9, I mean, you have
Yeah,
cars,
we
you have.
passed it at some point.
At some point in time, many, many years ago, you would have passed that, but nobody can find that. Well, now that somebody is applying for a transfer permit, they're required to provide the state a copy of the local ordinance that is the enabling ordinance. We didn't have anything to give them, so we need to have something to give them. So that's what I'm doing, is it's reaffirming the ability of an applicant to hold a state alcoholic beverage liquor retail permit in the town of Cambridge City. You're not a dry town. And so that's just what this is saying. As I said here, that we are a town under 5,000, and most certainly and presumably years ago, previously adopted an enabling ordinance to allow this, but in spite of looking, no copy of that ordinance can be located. Therefore, it's now your desire to reaffirm its decision to allow the issuance of liquor retailer permits within the town limits. So, of course, subject, of course, to applicants otherwise qualified and approved under the rules and regulations of the Indiana Alcohol and Tobacco Commission. So,
We had to have done something back around the end of Prohibition or something, I was saying.
At
There's
some
gotta be
point in time,
something in the
it is.
record back there.
We looked and looked, we just can't find the original, whenever it was.
Well, I mean, even the General Meredith had a tavern in the Benton House.
I don't remember this coming up.
Oh,
There
yeah,
I don't know how, well,
Because there's another's transfer, and
a couple of transfer, have been my clients, and they accepted an affidavit from me saying the town allows it. And so I didn't, since I'm not the attorney for this application, I don't think that's gonna fly, and so we should have probably done this. But that's how we've gotten by.
It's not, I don't think it's a transfer anyway, it's a new permit.
Is it a new permit?
Yeah. It's for one of the other, another business in town that's requesting a new permit.
Oh, okay.
All right, well,
So
all that being said, I need a motion to adopt ordinance number 9-2025.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
okay.
Ayes have it, motion carries,
Sign this,
ordinance
please,
9-2025 is adopted.
on the left side.
I'm not sure what's going on with this, the interlocal agreement with county for Wi-Fi, does anybody have any information on that?
No, Jim thought I had, but I got confused with the other interlocal agreement we passed last month
Yeah,
for the things. I didn't know there was something else Wi-Fi. He thought he'd given it to me, so I need to get with Jim to see what that is. So I don't think there was a deadline on
we'll
it.
just table that till next month, till we get some further information.
Will you guys remember to sign that so we can,
Gotcha.
I can get that to
Right down
everybody
here.
who needs it.
On the 8th, right?
Yeah. Let's see what he's saying.
There we go. Okay, Joe, asset management plan.
Yes, met with Adam and Kurt from Westler Engineering, just for Thanksgiving.
Listen,
Our asset, water, wastewater management plan, it's about 70% is where we're at now, because if we stay with Westler, it's gonna be an additional 10 to 15 to get our book where it should be. We're gonna have to have this in the future to get any kind of funding, SRF, any kind of funding. This is gonna be part of the request, and with Indiana now, we have to have this asset plan. We're not gonna get fined, we'll get written for it up until 27. We have until 27 to get that done, but no, July 26, I'm sorry,
yeah. I was
July
gonna say, no,
26.
you told me 26.
Yeah. to get this, so we
So
have,
we really don't have any time.
We really,
no, we need to, to get that done.
and they're gonna,
And they can do that, and then I can have all these other companies that have been calling us for ridiculously amounts of money to do this. We'll have Westler, and we'll have our book be done.
This will take us to
It'll take care of us,
100%.
yes, but it will be an additional cost with everything we've already done,
Do we have any dollar figures on the additional cost?
10 to
10 to
15
15,000.
to finish it up.
Okay, is that
Water.
something we need to vote on tonight, or?
Well, we gotta have it, so either,
That's all I bring it to.
Yeah.
meeting.
Fine. I mean, we have to have it, and we have the money, I'm sure.
Do we have to have it?
Well, I mean,
Is that
Westler-
now?
you say this is Westler gonna be doing?
Mhm.
Right.
I would think they'd need a change order or a new contract or something that we'd have to approve, otherwise we can't,
We're kind of just approving a
yeah, two,
amorphous blob.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
and so well, are they putting some contract together for that
I'm
purpose?
sure they will.
They will, I'm just bringing it to.
Just-
And then
Just letting
I think you
I
go
just
ahead
need
and
to
tell
make
them,
contact.
please do it, the town is interested in
Yeah.
retaining their services, but we need to have that before we can approve
So
that.
we're just giving permission tonight to go forward.
So
with
I
that.
can let Adam
Yeah.
know to go ahead
Yeah.
and move forward.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
Great.
And maybe we can get it done next month.
Yes, hopefully.
Because it's gotta be completed then by July.
By July, yes.
Yeah, so that's, we need to get that done next month. All right, we need a nomination for a new EDC member, the Wayne County representative, because Mr. Jim King is gonna be exiting that
Your
position
two
at
terms,
the end of
right?
this year. Does
And,
anybody have a name?
Yeah, I do.
yeah,
Okay,
I would nominate Brenda McLean to become a new member,
all right.
starting in January.
Is that someone who's just appointed by the president of the board, or is that?
Yes, well, the council appoints that
We have to
position.
do the whole council, full council, so we'll need a motion
Yep.
then to approve the appointment.
Unless, I think you.
So it's a legislative body, not the town executive. Is that?
Yeah, because some things are appointed by the town executive.
Some of
Yeah.
them,
I think this is the town
Council.
council.
yes.
And I think we just, if we don't have any other nominations, we would close nomination and then we would move it to a motion. Right,
Are
so
there any other nominations? Does anyone have another nomination? I don't.
I'd make a motion that we nominate Brenda McLean to serve
Second.
on the E EDC.
We have a motion and a second to nominate Brenda McLean.
I assume she's interested.
Yes.
Yes.
We don't have to do it again. Find someone else.
Yeah.
So, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
All right, that's passed. We have that duty. Approval to accept 2 donations, $100 from Simon's Creek Amish for the fire department, and approval to accept 1855 stamps from Gordon Mahaffey.
1,855 stamps
Okay,
from Gordon Mahaffey. There's 610 that are 25-cent stamps.
that's how that number adds
And
up. I looked at that like I said,
1,245 29-cent stamps, which total $513.55.
So 1,855 stamps for a total value of $513.55.
These have been collectibles, and he doesn't want them.
And they're still usable.
I have to put like 3 of them on an envelope, but yeah, I can use them. Jim thought maybe he would look and see, you know,
I'm gonna put them out on eBay on the market. Maybe we can get a couple thousand out of them. All right, well,
there's some pretty ones.
I'll accept a motion to accept the $100 for the fire department first.
I'll make that motion.
It's an easy one.
second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the $100 from Simon's Creek Amish for the fire department. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Aye. And then I'll accept a motion to accept 1,855 stamps from Gordon Mahaffey for a total value of $513.55.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Motion and a second to approve. Aye.
Thank you, Jim. You seconded. Thank you.
All right, that passes unanimously.
Awesome.
All right, so we've got those in the bank. Next up is our medical insurance renewal. I was
Okay, you
hoping we
guys-
would have some direct input, but
Well,
That wasn't gonna work out.
there isn't any, just because the only one that we really got is just this renewal that she sent to us. And it will just be the same program at a renewal of 5.28%, which still is pretty good. If you flip it over on the back side, it shows what the rate is monthly for employees, employee spouse, employee children, family, which we won't have to do anything with that till the salary ordinance meeting, right, Bob?
Right.
Okay, so that just gives you what the monthly cost is.
so this gets us over to the salary.
salary, the salary ordinance, you guys will pass it then.
Okay.
It's,
Well-
it's better than what it's came in before at a renewal.
Yeah,
We've had
it's
some
not that
really high
bad.
numbers, but
And given that insurance costs are going up.
Yeah,
More than that.
correct.
corporate goal.
She thought we had another company that was interested, but they've just not came back with any decent quotes.
Yeah.
And
Of
this
all
is
the
through
ones I
Sarah.
saw that she had, this was,
This is through Sarah. The
Yeah,
other
that's
gal
a
never,
real
she never
reason.
followed up and did anything.
all right, so I'll accept a motion to,
Well, we
Do
don't
you
need
do
a
that now or
motion.
at the,
Well, yeah, we will, because she needs to get this all set, so it would be,
so that we can accept the actual,
so if we don't do anything, it'll automatically renew, so we don't need a motion.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah,
automatic.
that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an automatic, it'll go
I
to,
suppose if you want to vote to not take any other action and let it be automatically renewed,
Okay.
that might make sense.
okay, let's do that to be safe.
I'll
Right.
I'll accept a motion to,
Allowed to be automatically.
to allow this to automatically be renewed.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you.
All right. And then we'll work on that.
Yeah.
The next meeting. Okay, and then, just information here, the salary ordinance meeting will be on the 29th of this month,
But I did set a time because I wanted you guys to
Right.
give some input.
and that is what day?
That's on Monday. It's the last week of the month, 29th, and there you'll
Will
pass the
everyone be
solid.
here? I mean, I can be here for sure.
I'm okay, anytime. It's fine.
Jim won't be here, but, yeah, anytime during the day, but
Anytime.
what about for you, Bob?
I'm
'Cause
good.
it's tough.
Just not morning, preferably, but.
Sure.
Like,
So
you wanna do a little earlier and
We
get it over
can,
with?
yeah.
Let's do it earlier if we can.
What do you think?
Well, I'm thinking like
I can do it anytime.
3, 4, I mean, I don't care.
Midnight.
Let's do, yeah, 3 or 4. Can you get away and get, let's just do that, let's do
Let's
3.
do 3.
So we'll have the salary ordinance meeting on the 29th of this month at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
Staff reports. Who's up first?
Richard usually.
Richard.
Sorry, you know what? I used to have all of them listed when I had to make my,
I know, I was
Agenda
looking
this
for the, I was looking for the
Then-
names in the.
Yeah, sorry.
departments.
did you notice,
All right.
look at the backside, did you notice how that got larger? You can read it now.
Yeah, I can see everything now. It's on there.
Sherry, on that, can we make that 4, just in case I have another
4?
closing during that afternoon?
Sure, we can make it
So,
4. Yeah,
Just to be safe.
All
okay,
right, 4 o'clock.
4
then.
o'clock,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I thought you said 4, and I put 4 on my calendar.
See, you were
Great
thinking
minds.
ahead.
Yeah.
Great minds.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
Good,
Okay.
good. Okay, you have anything,
Now-
Richard?
I'm good. I think we covered everything I was thinking about, so.
Okay, fire,
Everything's pretty quiet, the Christmas lights going okay,
Yeah,
haven't had any damage yet,
Christmas lights look good.
no vandalism so far.
It's too cold.
Yeah, they won't buy cakes up in the cold, but
Yeah, we have a warm spell.
we did move the skaters up behind the fire station so they don't have to walk right past them in the park. I think that might help some.
Okay.
Things are quiet right now. We're gonna keep going.
Nothing else?
maybe the snow and ice has pretty much kept them out of it too, you know.
Public Works.
Lonnie's working on parts with
Yeah.
mulch, Miller got all that over there. Their grinder went down, so that's why it's taking longer for that to be done, and now it's doing it in the cold. But he's getting the stuff out, putting the mulch down. Cameras are going pretty good. There's one more, they're gonna have to, have some electrical issues getting them to go. Had to raise some boxes so the, and so that kids couldn't unplug the cameras. Anyway, so those are going pretty good. The cameras are very clear.
Yeah, there's, I think 11 of them operational right now, so we're still waiting on another 5, I think it is.
Can
They're
you
very-
guys, can you guys view those cameras?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Decommission.
They're very good cameras.
That's
Very
awesome.
good, very good cameras.
I'd like to see how that all works. I'd come down and check that out.
Yeah, stop in, we'll show it to you.
Okay.
We did get approved for community crossings grant for asphalt.
Nice.
Choice one, that email I sent you guys.
Yep.
Go ahead and have choice one, put that, send it out. Is that good
It looked good to me.
for the bids?
Right, yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to get it done.
Water tower, we got, quotes from Leary Construction for both towers to make them compliant with IBM.
Because they asked you to get those
Yes, that's
last
what
week.
Ken got those, he sent them, and we're just a little over 29,000. We've not scheduled that one, present that.
To make both towers in compliance.
Make both towers in compliance, so we can schedule that for 26,
So are
and
you,
he can get started. Those were, I set those up on the table there.
And we were prepared
Yeah.
for that, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just over 29,000.
All right, so there's no action needs taken on that or anything, I don't think, right now.
they need a motion because I think we had told them last month just to get the quotes. So they need a motion to go ahead and get it,
Oh.
to get, so they can get it
I
scheduled.
got this one, and so if you guys are good with that, we can get
Leary.
back with Leary Construction
There you can
to schedule to get it done. Now, that's just to meet item
get them.
Yeah,
requirements, they still need
get
to
us in
be,
compliance, there's
Yes.
more that needs done.
Yes.
but, Yeah,
they need to be cleaned and painted, so, but to get us in compliance with item, this is what needs to be done.
all right, we'll take a motion to, go ahead and accept that bid to get the water towers in compliance.
So moved.
Sorry.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. Motion carries, so, yeah, go ahead and contact those guys and come. Anything else?
We're still working on leaves, the snow has not been our friend.
Yeah, it came a little early, didn't it?
Yeah, so we'll get started on that. I hope we can get all the rest of the big piles up tomorrow, and Thursday we'll be done with the leaves.
Okay. Will you check Parkway Drive there across from school?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of
Yes.
parking that we don't have.
Yes, we had it cleaned up, and we were right back in there, and then
Yeah.
the snow came, and then, anyway.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Bob, you have anything?
Yep, I got two or three things. First, on the water tower, there was the county held a work session between their county commissioners and county council talking about how that was to be funded. And it was going pretty well, although a couple of then some comments were made that I thought needed clarified or responded to on behalf of the citizens of Cambridge City. And so I made some remarks. I think Gary would have been proud of me on a couple of things.
I'm sure I would have been.
That's it. As far as that we were trying to look out for our residents and that this attempted to separate or combine both is just not physically or feasibly possible. And why why the proposal we gave to them was, I thought reasonable and really, I basically said, we really didn't have much negotiating to do that. If they wanted the water tower, this is what the town was willing to do. And so they are to take that back. They're getting with their attorney then to respond with some sort of agreement. And if you saw in the paper, I think one of the donations, grants have already been approved. So I'm hopeful that they will see things the way that we wanted it to be done on the water project. So that was a work session that I was glad that Jim and I could attend. Next was, we heard back from the state on their review of our budget. We got their 1782 notice, and we got the proverbial good news and bad news. The good news is our tax levies that were set out by us were almost approved to the dollar. So on general, we had said that the tax levy that would be collected would be $849,040. They approved $849 and $3 off $37. Same thing went for the motor vehicle highway, cumulative capital improvement rate, and the CCD, all were within just a handful of dollars. So all of that was good. The bad news of it was that when you pass the budget on all of your funds, it is to be inputted on Gateway. That's their software system. Well, something happened that it did not.
I didn't copy it all.
And so the only thing that got copied was the rainy day budget of $20,000. None of your other approvals got through. So the state could not approve any one of your other budgetary funds.
Right.
And so before Sherry and I both threw up and had a heart attack, that they said it's easy to fix, but what has to happen is at your January meeting, you just pass an ordinance that
Additional appropriation.
yeah, additional appropriation ordinance that does the same thing and puts that back into your funds so that you can spend some money on general local road, street, motor vehicle. And the other thing, the other non-reviewed funds, your edit, opioid restricted, K9, LLECE, those somehow got inputted on Gateway, so those budgets were approved, but your 5 or 6 biggies did not get approved. All that was approved was a zero budget for those funds. So the perils of putting something on a computer with Gateway, apparently. So, but we can fix that, and hopefully that will not present any problem when and we couldn't even respond to the 1782 notice on that. We could do nothing until the first meeting of January, so.
Is there any way in that software to ensure that if we put something in there that it's been received?
It's received, but it, on the Form 4B, you have to copy everything from the one column to the next column. And I thought I had hit that to copy it. And then I wasn't here and I printed off the form for you guys to sign that night. And I didn't even notice that it was all
That
zero.
column wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, and to her defense, there are 2 columns. One is proposed, the other column is adopted. It was all on the proposed, but didn't get in the column of adopted.
For the adopted, yeah.
So,
And
So
nobody
that's why
calls
I
you
didn't
and
copy.
says,
No.
hey, they
No.
just go.
not until they send the notice, and then when we try to respond to the notice, they said, no, you can't do it that way. You have to do it through this additional appropriation. So, because I told them, I said, that is not what was passed that night. You passed all
They didn't seem
funds.
to care about that.
They didn't
No.
care. So, but it's gonna be fixed.
Yeah.
They can look at the saved video we have.
Yeah, I
We have
know.
to
Right.
do it.
And then the third thing, because some questions have come up, and that is your attendance on virtual meetings. We went on this months ago, but I did some more research just so that everybody is aware of it. In order for any of you to want to take part by phone or by other electronic means, unless you are at a place where the audience can see you, so we'd have to have a video screen from you at your home or if you're away. Unless they can see you, you can only take part in the meeting by talking, discussing. You cannot vote. You cannot be considered in attendance at that meeting for quorum purposes or anything else. So even though you can't officially be considered here, you can take part in the discussion. You cannot vote on things.
What does that mean, see you? I mean, if you're on
Well,
Yeah.
Zoom on there, then.
Yeah, if you were on
can't vote.
Zoom and they could see you, then
Okay.
you could take part in it. Although, even if you are on Zoom and taking part in it, there are some things that you still cannot be allowed to talk about. And that is if the vote is adopting a budget, making a reduction in personnel, initiating a referendum, establishing or increasing a fee, establishing or increasing a penalty, establishing, raising, or renewing a tax, or using the government body's eminent domain. If those votes can only be taken in person on any of that. So it's just something to keep in mind as we go into 2026, that there are some limits on what you can do virtually. In addition, you can only attend that way 2 straight meetings, then you'd have to skip one. You can't do it virtually 3 times by phone or even while they're seeing you. And you cannot do it for more than 50% of the meetings during the year, which I would hope nobody would be gone that often. But those are just some details that I'm not sure we ever focused on that kind of attendance at meetings.
So we just have to pay attention to what's on the agenda when somebody's
Yeah.
zooming in and what we're voting on.
And what you can or can't vote on.
Yeah.
That you can always take part and talk,
Right.
but not vote or be considered present.
Yes. Just be cognizant of what we're voting on.
And,
So that'll come into effect when Jim's gone.
yeah,
So we'll have to just notify him on the
Yeah.
3rd meeting.
so, although if he's only attending to discuss.
He can still participate.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as we have a quorum,
Yeah.
we're okay.
Those are the only 3 things I've got on top of the rest of the evening's
Okay.
comings.
All right, who else? Anybody have something?
Sure. Sorry.
No.
You said no, I was gonna bring up the, sorry, I missed it. Missed you saying nothing. So there's a woman at Reed who's responsible for the relationships. I sent you that email. Have you heard from her?
No, I don't know if
Okay, all right. So we do have somebody at least thinking about
I.
our
I-
runs
that's good.
and the proposal we made.
Okay,
But she hasn't contacted me either, so I just wondered.
okay, I haven't heard nothing, but as soon as I hear something, I'll let you
All
know.
right, thank you.
Contact me.
Anything else, Jim? Gary, you got anything else? You got anything?
The lights look nice.
Mhm.
Winter Wonderland was very nice.
It won't go well.
Christmas walk was very.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the tree in the mini park always looks
Yeah.
nice. I love that tree.
Looks great.
Unfortunately, it's a little saggy, the wind and
Yeah,
cold.
That's a rough wind here lately.
Yeah,
And Jim did a lot of work to make sure we had it that night.
Yeah, it looks
yeah, I
good.
saw you.
Up in the wind and the cold.
Thanks, Jim.
And John Turpin helped rewire something because a wire broke underneath the tree. We had to go to a different plug. And Nathan did that like in a short time, so.
Yeah, everything looks great.
Yeah, looks nice.
Anybody? No. All right, going once, going twice, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Let's do it.
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I didn't even get to vote for it.
Bob, I think something they got my alley.
Trying to get it done by this year.